Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kingpen480 here, and today we're doing something a little slightly different. I got a request from a viewer to do a deck profile on a Summer Pockets character. Not character. Summer Pockets deck in general. Now, I made my deck out of the cards I got from my boxes. So, of course, I'll re-upload that video if you want to check out what I got. But yeah, I didn't order any singles online, so I just used with what I got, Didn't it? I pretty much got everything I needed for the most part. There's just a few things I didn't have, so I had to make some substitutions. But in the end, it worked out pretty well. If you say so myself. I haven't had too much time to play test this. I've been busy with IRL stuff, responsibilities, work. The whole shindig. But yeah, this is what I have so far. I'm also going to show you some substitutes of what you can make in the deck, maybe add some additions to it, swap some cards out, because this is definitely not the best iteration of this deck. I can tell you that for sure. But overall, this deck is pretty fun. A lot of memory shenanigans to work with here. Summer Pockets, the whole set in general is just all about memory. But yeah, this is a yellow-red variant that I made. Time, I guess, is like the significant trait in this set. But yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. First, I'm going to start with the level zeros. Right here, first card, we got... hold on. There we go. Colors of Wings of Future. Okay. That is terrible grammar there. Colors of Wings of Future Shiroha. What this card does is when this becomes versed in battle, if you have another time character and there are 2 or fewer cards in memory, you may discard a time character from your hand to waiting room, send this card to memory. If so, choose a time character in waiting room and return it to hand. So it's a nice filter in case you have a card in your hand you don't want, but there's one in waiting room you do want. Just get rid of and just swap them. That's pretty much it. And since it's 1500 power, it's mostly gonna die to pretty much everything and anything. Not only that, but it goes to memory if you have two or less cards. So once you have 3 cards memory, this card essentially just becomes a vanilla, and it's useless. But I never actually got to that point where this card was literally useless to me. Every time I got reversed, I set it to memory. So that's why I won 3 of this card. And you will need, well, it's a moderate amount of memory. I feel like 3 is a good amount of cards to have in memory for your climax combo at level 3, which you need cards in memory. I feel like 3 is always a good number to have. 4 is probably a little overkill, but if you have 4, why not? It's more compression, right? Next up, we have this card right here, which I don't remember the names of these cards, so I'm gonna have to look them up for you guys. The effects, I pretty much almost have all of them memorized, but the card names, whew, yeah, right, forget about it. Glass Beads Memories Owl. This card overall is just so good. You can put this like in any of the Summer Pockets deck. It's just such a good card. When this is placed from hand to stage, the top 2 cards of the library waiting room and gains X power. X is 1000 times the number of Summer Pockets characters among those cards. So that's not the important effect. It can get to 4K, which is really good, kill something that it probably shouldn't. But that's not what we're here for. The second effect, that's what we want. When this is placed on stage from hand, you may pay 1, discard a card from hand and waiting room. If so, choose Summer Pockets character in your waiting room, return to hand, then choose one of your other Summer Pockets characters, and that character gains 1000 power. So it's essentially more hand filtering, but it gives an extra 1k. But it doesn't have to reverse or be reversed, it's just on play, you get that effect. And it mills you 2 cards. Mill 2 is mandatory, by the way. When you play it on field, you have to send the top 2 cards to the library to waiting room. Have to. No option. Second effect is optional. But yeah, it's a really great card. Goes in mostly every Summer Pockets deck that I know of. Just so good. 3 of that card as well. Now this card here. When I was playtesting this deck, I never used this card. Like, I got it in my hand, and I was just like, I'd rather just play this card instead. And another of that card. And then one of this card. And by the time I actually got like a chance to play this card, I was already like level 1 or 2, and it's just like, I definitely don't want to play it now, because it's like, doesn't really do much for me then. But let me read for you what it does. Getting ahead of myself. Umi Kato. When this is placed behind a stage, this gains plus 1500 power for the turn. So, 3k, alright. Sizable. At the start of your opponent's draw phase, reveal the top card library. It's level 1 or higher. When you return this to your hand. Climax card considered level 0 for this effect. So yeah, so what it's supposed to do is to come on field, get that plus 1500, hopefully kill something at level 0. Doubt you're going to kill anything past level 0 with this. But when your opponent draws a card, you may return this to your hand if you reveal level 1 or higher, therefore denying your opponent reverses. So even in the later games, in level 1, level 2, when your opponent has to reverse your cards to get their effects off, you might just deny them that because you revealed a level 1 or higher. And now you have an extra card in your hand you can work with. You can use it as a claw card, you can use it to discard a card for one of these cards' effects, get an even better card. So it has this utility. It's just, I never got the chance to use it because I always had like other cards I wanted to play at the time. But, you know, it's not bad or anything. But it's just something to think about. Maybe you guys will get more use of it. I only got 2. Maybe that was a problem. Maybe because I didn't get it fast enough. Because I never really saw that early game. I always saw it later game. But you know what? It's fine. I run 2 of it. Maybe swap it out later. Needs to do more play testing. Right, we got the Brainstormer here. This is there's 2 red Brainstormers, I believe. No, there's 3. One's a level 2. One is a pay 1. It's spammable, but you salvage a card and then discard a card, so it doesn't really plus you. That's why I don't use that one. And then this one's here is your average. Pay 1, rest this. For every climax revealed, choose a character in the room, enter to hand. Classic. I know. They're revolutionary. But the other effect, it can possibly get you that one climax you need, because when you do play this from the hand to stage, so it's only one time. Kind of sucks, but you don't know. Could clutch it out for you. Look at the top card of your library, put it either at the top of the library or in the waiting room. So you look at it, not a climax, throw it in the waiting room, then you pay for it, reveal a top 4. So essentially it's a reveal a top 5 Brainstorm. Only on play. Run 3 of that card. Because I feel like 3 is the right number for Brainstorm. I feel like 2 is a little too little. 4 is a little too much. But 3 is just right. Just the right amount of Brainstorm cards you need. And I only have one of this card. I got to use it like one time. And I think, oh no, I died, yeah. My opponent played a climax card just to match its power to get it, just to kill it. I know, right? What a scumbag. I was like, alright, level 1. He ain't gonna kill this. He ain't gonna kill, no, he killed it. So this is pretty simple. This is in your front row center slot, plus 1 level, 2500 power. So level 1, 4k if it's in the front row center slot. So I run one of that because, you know, you get it at your first hand maybe and just be like, oh, nice, sweet. Put it down in the center. They're like, oh, dang. It's kind of beefy there. Might be a little tough for them and you might just get a free on-field plus because it lives a turn. You know, it happens. Could happen. So I run one of that. 12 level 0s in total. Usually a lot smaller than I usually have my level 0s. I usually have like around 15 or 16 level 0s, but you know, it works out. It works out. The very few games I did play, level 0s were not a problem, except for that one game where I stayed level 0 for like 3-4 turns. That was brutal. That was brutal. But that was like, when is that ever gonna happen? That's not very common. But yeah, that's my level 0 game. I had some cards here on the side. Oh yeah, here they are. Okay, so here are the substitutes that you may want to add or not. You know, up to your choice. You may consider adding to your deck. From the trial deck, we have this card right here. Oh crap, I didn't bring up the page for the trans. Ah, dang it. Okay, hold on guys, hold on. I forgot what this card does because it's the trial deck card and I don't really play this anymore. All I know, it's a reverser, so when this gets reversed, you can reverse your opponent if it's level 0. It's one of those cards. You know that card to talk about. You know what it is. There it is. Distance between friends, Shiroha. Once it's placed behind the stage, look it up to top 2 cards on top of your library and put them on top of your library in the same order. So you just look at them and put them back the way they were. Plan out your attacks that way, I guess, because you can't change the order. But the second effect is my find a little bit more interesting. When this becomes reversed, if the level of the battle opponent is 0 lower, you can put that character in their stock. If so, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock in the waiting room. So this is a card you consider running. You can consider running instead of one of these cards, I guess, or just add it as part of your level 0 and take out another level 1, 2, or 3, or whatever. It's a really nice card to have because people still do run 4K level 0s, and you might be like, dang, that's a little too much. Not only that, but it messes up their stock. You might screw them over and bury that one climax even more deeper. And that might just be enough for it to never see the light of day ever again. So I'll put down the side. Another level 0 worth considering. Now, these cards are blue. It's mainly why I don't have it in this deck. This is strictly yellow-red. But since these are level 0s, color's not really a problem. Is the runner from the TD as well, the trial deck. It's just simple. Start your opponent's attack phase. Move this to the empty slot in your front row. 2k power, like I said, you always love runners. They're great. You always love to have them. Honestly, probably would want to put this in your deck. But since I'm strictly doing yellow-red, I don't have it in my deck. And it's in the trial deck too, so it's easy to get. And then the other card, also another trial deck, also another blue. And it's pretty much the same thing as these two cards. So think of it as a budget. On play, pay 1, discard a card, and then this one's search though. This one's search. Search your deck for a Summer Pockets character. Add it to hand. So in case you don't have any of these two cards, or filter your hand, swap out some cards, or just buy a trial deck, put this in your deck instead. Works just as fine. Just as fine. It's 2500 power. That's the only effect it has though, so keep that in mind. Those are all the level 0s I have to show you guys. Let's to the side. These back up. Dropping cards. Cards have been dropped. Cards have been picked up. Alright, moving on to the level 1s. Alright, so first off, I play your standard 2K backup card. Every set has one of these, well, mostly every set. It's become pretty standard nowadays on every set to have it. It's 2k power. Actually, it's 1k power, and if you have another Summer Pockets character, if you give a battling character 1k power, essentially being 2k power. Okay, if you want to be precise about the wording of this effect. And I guess you can play it as a character too if that's so you want to do. But moving on to the actual characters you'll be playing on field. Oh, now I gotta go back to the booster pack. Translations. There we go. Injured but together, Shiroha. This card, when it's placed on stage from your hand, if you have another Summer Pockets character, this gains plus 2000 power, so it's a 106k on play. But when this attacks, choose one of your characters, including itself, and that card gains plus 1000 power. So you can, if you want, make this a 7k attacker on the turn it is played. I played 3 of that, and because I played 3 of this, that's right, I need power. And why do I need this power? Because my level 1's Climax combo needs a reverse. I play this one. It's an uncommon card. So it's not hard to get. And it's a pretty serviceable Climax combo. It'll get the job done. It'll get you what you need. Assuming you reverse your opponent. Because this card, Memories in a Sunflower Field, Nanami. If you have 2 more of the Summer Pockets characters, this gains plus 1000 power. So it's going to be 5/5 pretty much all the time. But the Climax column, when the battle opponent becomes reversed, the reason I came in your Climax zone, you may choose a character from your waiting room. Summer Pocket. Jeez, what is? Okay, they messed up the translation on this website. So you may choose a Summer Pockets character in waiting room, return to hand. That's what it does. So you need a reverse, but you're thinking, what the Climax combo gives you power? Oh man, you wish it would. But for some reason, Bushido likes to print. Give everybody 1 soul and get a red card from waiting room. Put it as a stock. That's right. So you're getting a stock soul climax card for your on reverse climax combo, meaning you get no power from your climax combo, making it even harder to reverse your opponent. So you need power from somewhere else. Because 5/5 is okay, but it's unless you're killing a level 0, it's probably not going to do much more. In comes in this card, gives it an extra 1k power, making it 6/5. And if you play 2 of that, you can essentially make one of these 7/5s. Assuming you're not tri-filling that. But yeah, that's like the only way I figured to give this card power. Other than having a back row, which we'll get to soon enough. So I'll just put these to the side. So speaking of that back row card, because I need power, I played 2 of this guy. He will give you the power you need. At least some of it. It's an assist. Father Heidi. Assist all your characters from this game plus 500 power. So, have one of these in the back, one of these in the front. It's 5/5 on its own. Now it's 6k. Attack with one of these first, make it 7k. Alright, now we're getting to some reasonable numbers to reverse your opponent. We're starting to get there. And I guess if you have 2 of these and you have one, and this in the middle, now it's at 8k. Ooh, or 7/5, I mean. Yeah. But has a second effect. When your character trigger checks reveals a climax card, choose one of your characters and that character gets plus 2k power. So if you're unfortunate enough to trigger a climax, don't feel too bad because you can give this card 2k power and guarantee that reverse that time. That's where you get that power from. I know, you kind of have to force that reverse, but it's what I got, okay? It's what I got to work with. And if that wasn't enough, it's okay, because we got even more ways to give it power. Yes, right. We got little kid Shiroha over here with this weird effect that I have not seen on a card yet. Warm Summer Shiroha. Well, first off, it has Recollection. If you have a card in your memory, it doesn't have to be a specific card, any card in memory, it gains the following ability. When this becomes reversed, if the battle opponent is a 1 or lower, you may reverse that character. So yeah, it's a level 1 reverser, level 1 or 0 reverser. Because everyone and their moms is playing walls these days. Like, everyone has these giant characters with like 7, 8k on your turn, and you're just like, God dang it, how am I going to get around this? Well, here you go. Just automatically reverse it. Don't even have to worry about it. Just get it off the field. Peace, goodbye. And the second effect, as I said, you need more power, right? Well, this places handler stage. Choose one of your other characters, and that character gains X power. X equals 500 times the level of that character. So you can just give this an extra 500 power when you play this on field. So see, you can get reasonably high numbers. You just gotta work for it, put a lot of effort into it. But you know what? You'll get there. You'll get there. Alright, rounding up level 1s. That's all the characters I play one of this event. It's just when you play this card, both you and your opponent shuffle your waiting room into your library. It's always nice to have one of those in your deck, just to avoid that 1 refresh damage. Because that 1 damage can really screw you over. Not only that, but if you notice your opponent like triggers 2 climaxes in 1 turn, and then they clock a climax, you see a climax in their clock or something, or you somehow know they have a climax in their card, you know, you can refresh them with only like 4 climaxes in their deck, then you're like, dang, this card, value, worth. That's only one run of it though, because more than 1, it's a little, it's not too much. And then, the second way to get cards in your memory, it's a Summer Pockets event. Look, it's even called Summer Pockets. It's in English. Ooh, English. I can read that. So what does the Summer Pockets event do? Because it does cost 1, so it better be good. Well, it's a brainstormer. Flip over the top 3 cards of your library, put them in your waiting room, choose one level X lower Summer Pockets character in your waiting room, return your hand. X equals the number of Summer Pockets characters among those cards. So every Summer Pockets character you reveal, that's the level of character you choose from your waiting room to add in your hand. And you can also choose one of your characters, aka more power. Give it 2,000 power, and then send this card to memory. Around 3 of that card. So yeah, see if you have ways to give your level 1 Climax Comber power. There are ways, okay? You will get that reverse, hopefully. And you will get your plus. Hopefully. But now, there is a different level 1 climax combo you can run instead of that. Where did I put that card? Here we go, here we go. Here we go. This one right here. And it's actually not that bad. The only problem is I didn't get enough. I got enough for this card. I didn't get enough for another card that you need 2 specific cards for this climax combo. Not counting the actual climax card. This one right here. Hinge Ceremony Shiroha. When it's placed behind a stage, draw a card, discard a card from handling room. Now that's really important because you need so much setup for this card. Okay? Now the climax combo itself. When you play the climax combo, I don't know what it is. I didn't get the card. It's somewhere over there. I don't feel like getting it. But it's called a Beam of Light. It's placed in your climax zone. You may put this card in your room. So immediately it just dies off. If so, choose up to 1 I can do Shiroha in your hand and put in the slot it was in. So you put this level 2 in where that level 1 was standing in. So you can start to see the problem here. Not only do you need this card, you also need this card in your hand, plus the climax card that combos with that card. So you need 3 specific cards just to pull it off once. If you want to triple field this and do it all 3 times, you need a total of 7 specific cards in hand. 3 of this, and 1 of the climax card. 7 cards. So that draw 1, discard 1 is very, very useful. Because pulling off 3 of this combo is probably not going to happen every game. I'll tell you that right now. But what do you get? What is so special with this card? Well, for each of its Center Pox character gets plus 500 power. So on a full field, it will be 9-5. And also climax combos with the same climax card. And it's see, when you have to reverse again, so when battle this becomes reverse. But it's really strong on its own already, so probably don't have to work too much on getting at that power. But if you reverse your opponent, put 1 card from the top of your library into the stock. So you're gaining a stock. Nice. Choose up to 1 character in waiting room and return your hand. So you're refilling your hand after you're killing it. Playing all these cards down. However, it does have a downside when this becomes reverse in battle. If you own fewer other sum of part characters in your clock, which hopefully that should never happen, put this card in your clock as well. So yeah. All that work to get that level 2 off. But the climax combo, it's a pretty good combo. I like it. The only problem is I only got 1 of this card in my 7 boxes. That's right. In the entire 7 boxes, I got 1 copy of this card. Got like 7 of this one. 1 of this one. That's pretty much the reason I'm not running this combo. And because it just requires too much work to set up. Especially if you want to triple field that. It's just, way too much work. The card's not even that expensive either. I just haven't bought any singles. And I think I looked it up at some websites. They're kind of sold out everywhere. So I'm like, well, that sucks. Not running that level 1 climax combo. So that's up for consideration if you don't want to run that one. One more. Oh no, I have 2 more other options you might want to consider. This card, remember what I said about walls, about everyone running walls? Well, now you too can be part of the wall club and make your own wall. Because this guy right here gets pretty big. Resonating Memories, Heidi. As Recollection of Colors of Wings of Future, aka the level 0 I showed off. This card is in your memory. It just automatically gains 2,500 power. So it's that 6-5, level 1. And it has a resonance. So if you reveal that level 0 I just showed you guys in your hand, it just gains 1 soul. So it's a 2 soul, 6-5, level 1, 0 cost card. Now for what? Having 1 card in your, 1 specific card in your memory that you're most likely going to have in your memory anyways. And then you just got to show off another copy of that card in your hand and give it a soul. You're attacking for 2 soul on level 1 for essentially free. It's pretty much free 2 soul attacker. It's really good actually. Really, really good. That's 1 card you might want to consider running. Not to mention again 6-5, put your 2k back up, like run 4 of these, have just 3 of these standing in front. 8-5s have this some kind of support in the back. 9k, 9-5. Yeah, your opponent's going to have a tough time. Okay, last card to show you for level 1. This is one of those like meh cards, but you know, it's here. I might as well mention for you guys. Place of each Shiroha. When this attacks, if you have 2 or more of the Summer Pockets characters, look up the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. You have to choose one of them and put it in your library. You have to do that. And then you put the other one back on top of your library. Or not. Put one in the waiting room. You put one in the waiting room and put one in the library. So you choose which one you want in the waiting room, which one you want in the library. And then after you do that, you may pay 1 stock and still perform trigger check twice. So yeah, it's one of those cards. So it's like mixed reactions of whether like these kind of effects are good. But, you know, I thought I'd mention it to you guys in case you want to be like, you know what, I kind of like that effect. But yeah, that is an option. The art's pretty cute, so bonus points for that. But yeah, that's all level 1s I have to show you guys. And I guess level 2. How many is that? 2, 5, 9, 11, 14, 15, 18. Wow, that's a lot of level 1s, more than I thought. Unless I counted wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if I counted wrong. But yeah, a lot of level 1s because you need to give this power. It's just not going to reverse much if you don't get the power. Alright, moving on to level 2s. Level 2s, it's very, how should I say this? Work in progress? Yeah, it's very work in progress. In fact, I'm like almost confident I'm going to take out one of these cards. So the first card, excuse me, clear my throat, is this promo card. I got like 4 of that promo. So yeah, I had enough. Way more than enough. Chibi Shiroha. Hey, I clicked you. This card cannot be chosen as target of your opponent's effects. So yeah, you can safely guarantee it's gonna stay on field against most matchups. It's not going anywhere probably unless you get rid of it. And then all your other Summer Pockets characters, doesn't have to be in front, just all of them, even the one sitting right next to this card, gets 1,000 power. So if you're still at level 1, oh no, we can't play at level 1. If you get to level 2, and you have your level 1 climax combo still ready to go, well, look at that. That's more power. Okay, I had to take a swig of water and throat was killing me. But yeah, more power. Always love it. I run 2 of that. In case I need 2K global. You never know when you need that 2K global. Other level 2. Well, man. Ignore the climax combo part because we're not doing it. I mean, you can if you want. I'll read it for you in case you do want to do it. Shiroha Naruse. Climax combo. When I've started to love you is placed in your climax zone. Return another... Oh, this has to be in your front row. If so, return another character from your stage to hand. So just pick up a character, put it in your hand. Then choose up to 1 time character, which don't worry about it. Every single card in this deck is time. In your hand, whose level is equal to or lower than your level. Then put it in a slot on the stage, and this card gains 3,000 power. So I guess it's supposed to bypass, if you have a really good card, bypass that cost stock. Put it on field for free. And then this card again becomes a 9/5. So, you know, it's not bad, but it's not great either. So, I don't run the climax combo for that. I am using this card for the second effect. When this becomes reversed in battle, the level battle opponent of this is higher than their own level, you can put that character in stock. And so, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock in the waiting room. So, yeah. Early plays. Everyone has them now. Just like everyone's doing the wall thing. Everyone has an early play. This will get rid of it easy. Now, and even better, doesn't send it to the waiting room. Send it to their stock, so you can mess up their stock even more. I run one of that. Now, this is the card I'm probably going to take out. It's another, again, early play killer. This time it's in the backup form. Like, you really don't need 2, like, early play removals. I feel like 1 is just good enough, especially since you can search it out or salvage it from your waiting room. Like, 1 should be good enough. But this card, Beast talking during Test of Courage Shiroha. It's a 2500 backup on its own. And then you can pay an extra 2 costs and then kill one of your characters on stage. Send it straight to the waiting room. If so, choose one of your opponent's character whose level is higher than their own level and put it into stock. So again, you put it in their stock again. But not only that, this card here can deny another reverse. That's right. Your opponent has their level 3 climax combo. Level 1 climax combo is going to kill one of your cards. They have an early play on the field. Bam. Play this card. Pay the extra stock. Kill that card that was going to get reversed. Now they have no target for the reverse. Now they don't get the climax combo. Not only that, but you kill their early play on top of that, ruining their plus. So, it's great. These are both great cards. I feel like having both of them in your deck is a little overkill. Just choose the one you like the most and put one of those in your deck. But for now I have 2, and I've only every time I had to remove a card that was played early, I've only ever had to use 1. I never had to use oh man, I need another copy, or I need a different copy. It's just I have one of them in my hand, use it right now. Alright, never see it ever again. So yeah, you only need 1. Pick the one you like the most. They're both great. They both do the job just as fine. So I only have 4 level 2s. Probably going to go down soon. More playtesting, whole thing. Alright, on to the meat and potatoes. Wow, this video's gone along really long. I did not expect this to go this long. Level 3s. Starting off with this level 3. Again, don't remember these names. And nor will I ever. All I can know who the character is. Her name is Yuri? No, Umi. It's Umi. Future scene, sometime Umi. Really simple and easy card. Continuous. If you're 2 of your climax cards in the waiting room, this gets -1 level in your hand. See? I told you. Every single deck. Early plays. They got them. You're going to want some early play killers. So this is your early play for the yellow-red deck. Also, when this is placed from hand to stage, you have 2 more other time characters. You may choose a character in your clock and send it to memory. So this is your heal. As long as you have another or 2 more other time characters on the field, which you should, unless your game is going really bad at that point. This card ain't going to save you anyways. You probably already lost. But this will heal you. It will play it on early. It's 10k power, standard. You have 2k backup. My level turn. And it heals you to memory, by the way. Another way to get more cards into memory. Well, it's a character. But yeah, heals you to memory. It's great. Selective 2. You choose the time character. Doesn't have to be the top card. You choose a character in that clock. Send it to memory. Next, level 3. Got this very adorable card. Summer Pockets Shiroha. When this attacks, choose one of your Summer Pockets characters. It could be this card as well. You can choose this card. And that card gains plus 1500 power. So it's on attack. You get that ability every time. Don't forget to give it to a character. Because if you do forget, you're going to be like, oh man, I forgot to give it power. And the opponent's going to be like, nah fam. Nah, you forgot to assign a sign. I ain't letting that slide. And then you'll be real sad. Thankfully, your level 3 climax combo doesn't need reverse, so that power is not that much relevant. But the second ability, that's what we're here for. This ability activates once per turn during a turn is placed from hand to stage. When damage stabilizes is canceled, put the top card library in waiting room, deal X damage to your opponent, X equals 1 plus that level of that card. So yeah, it's your typical Musashi burner plus 1. On play only. Might help you finish that game. It might not. Those are always still pretty good to have. 3 of that card. Now for the big boy here. Or big girl, I should say. Your level 3 climax combo. What is your name? Don't remember. It's Nanami. Something Nanami. Summer Pockets Nanami. Dang, I could have guessed that. When this is placed from hand to stage, look at the top 3 cards on the top of your library. Choose up to one of them, put in your hand, put the rest in your room. Really important to get the climax card in your hand for the climax combo because it's a good one. Climax combo. When this attacks, it's on attacks. I told you don't need reverses. When this attacks, if some close future, well, this climax here, hold on, I got the shiny one for you guys. This climax here is in your climax zone. You may pay the cost. It's a really hefty cost, but it's worth it. You pay 2 stock and discard 2 cards from the hand and waiting room. If so, choose any number of cards in your memory. Any number. Choose any much. How much you want. And put them in your waiting room. Deal X damage to your opponent. And this gains plus 5k power. Don't know why it needs that, but you got it. X equals 2 times the number of cards put in your memory. Not 2 plus, not 2 minus, 2 times. That's right. You send 1 card from your memory to your waiting room, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Send 2 cards from your memory to waiting room, 4 damage. 3 cards, 6 damage. 4 cards, 8 damage. I don't know why you would want to do that, but it's there. That's a really, really good climax combo because you can choose the amount, and then the amount of damage is just the right set of numbers, I think. It's just really good. And because it's on attack, if you happen to have the resources, you do it again. If you have two, I don't know if you can have enough resources to do 2 of these. At least not in the same turn. Maybe in the second turn, you can do it again. If you have any cards left in memory. But you could, you know, play this, heal. Play the Summer Pockets event. Or play the level 0. Attack with that first, get it reversed, send in a memory, and then attack with this next. You have a card of memories. Bam, do the climax combo. So much options. You can pull it off. It's really good. But yeah, those are the level 3s. What is that? 3, 5, 8. 8 level 3s, and then, 4 of the climax card off. So. But yeah, that's the deck I've been using lately for my Summer Pockets, the yellow-red variant at least. Because I bought 7 boxes, I was actually able to make all the other decks. There's a twins deck with Owl and her twin sister. It's got her name, I. Yes, I. That deck is really fun, actually. It's a standby deck. Standby is not that relevant in that one, but the combos are really fun. And then you have the Pirates plush deck. That one's okay. I feel like the top end is lacking a bit for that one. But yeah, that's my yellow-red deck for Summer Pockets. With a bunch of optional stuff you can swap in or add that I showed you. Give you more ideas when you make your own deck. Or maybe you're like, man, Kingpan, your deck sucks. I'm gonna not do what you said. But hey, in the end, I'm glad I could help you in some way. I'm an example of what not to do. Or maybe I am of what to do. It's your choice. But yeah, that was Summer Pockets. The deck I've been using. Let me know your ideas, maybe what you use in your deck. Or what you think is better. But that's it for this one, guys. If you want to see more deck profiles, let me know. I will have more Weiss Schwarz openings as well as big Grand Order videos up in the future. So make sure you're subscribed to know when those go up. But until then, peace out, guys.